guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mariana. Today I have a massive fro, as you could see. I just took out my braids and this is what happened. I actually really like it. It gives it some character. Aside from my hair, today I'm going to be doing a review slash swatch on these 4 Marc Jacob eye palettes. The colors that I have are the Tease, the Enigma, the Vamp, and the Dreamer. So what I'm going to be doing is swatching each color onto my arm so that you guys can see what the color payoff is, the pigment, and then I'll be using one of the palettes to apply onto my eyes so that you can see how they apply and to help you guys out if you're wondering whether it's worth the purchase or not. And let's get right to it. So when you purchase these palettes, they come in these really nice pouches like so, and it says Marc Jacob on the bottom right here. And I just really like it. It's nice, especially if you travel a lot. You could just slip it into your purse or your luggage, handbag, whatever. And you don't have to worry about like any fallout, any powder or anything. And so then you take it out and this is how it looks. It's just very sleek and, ooh, I'm getting text messages in. It looks very sleek like so. And then when you open it, this is what it looks like. The packaging has, oops, like this little cover right here that says Marc Jacob, and then you take it out and that is what the palette looks like. This one is the Dreamer. Very beautiful and neutral palette. Has some golds here and some off pinkish kind of on the nude side, and we got some browns to create a more smoky look. So we got like a really beautiful gold right here, and this one is kind of like a salmon color, and then we got some really nice transitional shades like this one for the crease, and this is really nice for highlighting the brow bone. So this palette I'm really liking, and I can see this being my go-to palette. The next palette I'm going to swatch on my arm is this one. It's called the Vamp. I'm going to swatch it from left to right. So those are the 7 swatches for the Vamp. I immediately noticed that the pigment is a lot more brighter and more vibrant, so color payoff is a lot better than the Dreamer. These are really beautiful fall colors, and for like a night out when you want to dress up or have like a more smokier, glamorous look. Moving on to the next palette, I'm going to be swatching the Tease. This is what the Tease looks like. Again, I can see myself creating at least 3 to 4 different eye colors with this palette alone. Again, you can tell that some colors are a lot more pigmented than others. This one was coming off a bit more chalky, but again, it might be different once applied to the lid. The last palette to swatch is called the Enigma, and those are the colors right there. So those are the 7 swatches for the Enigma. Again, some of the colors are coming off a bit chalky, such as this black one right here. Some of these are really beautiful, like this one here in the very first one is creamy and it just applied really nicely, and so did these middle colors as well. So now I'm going to create the look using one of the palettes, and I'm going to go with the Vamp. And I'm choosing this one because when I swatched some of the colors, they did come out a bit chalky. So I want to see how they apply onto the eyes, because you know, I would go with the Dreamer, which is the more nude palette with the golds, because it was very creamy, but I want to show you guys the palette that was actually more concerning so that you can see how it applies. So I'm going to use several of these colors. I have no idea what I'm going to create, but you guys are with me and we will go ahead and create a beautiful smoked out look using a lot of these colors. I'm going to start with this white right here as a base color, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I've already primed my eyes using the MAC paint pot in the color Painterly. Okay, next I'm going to use this brown for the crease right here. And I'll go really, really light because it's quite dark, and something that I'm noticing so far from this palette alone is there's no real transition colors. So this is going to be kind of tricky, but I'm going to try to make it work. So that one's a little dark, as you could see. So for transition color, this one's a little difficult. And even though this color looks like a bronzy brown on the palette, it's coming off more like a gray on my lid. So it's like a kind of darker grayish tint, which I don't mind. It looks really nice, and it's already looking quite smoky with just the transition. Next, I'm gonna go in with this green right here. I'm so looking forward to using that green because I do have green on. I'm wearing like a mint green shirt. So I'm gonna go in with this green. And with this, I'm gonna start on the corners of my eyes. What I'm doing is I'm going in with a shader brush and I'm sticking right below my crease. And I'm only putting this green in the outer corners of my eye. And if you want the color to come off even more vibrant, then you could just spray a little bit of Fix Plus on your brush and it will make that color just pop. So, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to do that because I want you all to see what it looks like without altering anything. And I just smeared a lot of makeup on my eye. Let me just wipe that off. Next, I'm going to go in with this beautiful reddish burgundy color, and this is going to be the next color on my lid next to the green. And using the other side of the brush, I'm just going to go in with that and put that right there. And I'm staying below the crease line, and I'm just blending this color in, and then I'll flip over my brush and then blend that in with the green. This pigment is not that great. I mean, I have to keep going back in with more product on the brush to make sure that it shows up on my lid, and it's just not really impressing me very much. Here's a little close-up so that you guys can see. That's what it looks like with that color. Not very vibrant. I was expecting more of a vibrant color of the red, but it's just not showing up that way. So, and I did apply quite a bit. Next, I'm gonna go in with this silver-ish lighter color, and that's what I'm gonna put in the inner portion of my eye because I just wanna lighten up this lid just a tad and add some highlight there. And most importantly, don't forget to blend everything out. So with whatever is left on that blending brush that I used to blend out that brownish taupey shade, I'm just gonna go back into my crease and blend everything out. I just went in and applied a little bit more of that red because I really want it to show, and it just disappeared on my lid. Okay, using a smudger brush, I'm just going to go in with that green again, and that's what I'm going to smudge in the under portion of my eye because I really like the green. It's like a beautiful foresty, emeraldish kind of green. There's the eye with the green underneath, and I just smudged that out. Now I'm going to do this other eye, so I will be right back. Alright, so I did this eye, and I almost forgot to show you guys the lightest color under the brow bone here to highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my E40 Sigma brush and just highlight that brow bone right there. And if need be, you could just continue blending until it's just the way you like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some liner and mascara so you guys can see the final look using the Vamp palette. So I decided to just kind of go all out and put on lashes. I started off by just putting on mascara, but then I thought, you know what, heck, why not just put on the lashes and put on the blush and highlighter and all that jazz. So this is the final look using the Vamp palette by Marc Jacob. I think it's okay. Do I think it's worth the money? It was like $65, $70 Canadian. No, I don't think it's worth the money. Only because I found that I had to keep going back and applying more product onto my lid to see more of that vibrant color. And I was trying to get that reddish burgundy and the green, and it just wasn't showing up on my lid. And I don't know if it's just my skin was absorbing the pigment, I have no idea, but I just found that it was very difficult to get that color to be more vibrant on my eyes. I have palettes that are like more than half the price, and the pigment is so strong, it doesn't take much product and it just blends effortlessly. I wouldn't say that it applies patchy, at least not from this palette. It did apply very smooth, but again, I had to use more product to get more color on my lid like this one. So, you know, it's okay. Out of a 10, I would give this palette maybe like between a 6 and a 7. For the price point, I don't think it's worth that price. I mean, you could get like 2 palettes or maybe 3 with that price point, but I just can't justify it with how the pigment isn't really as vibrant as I would want it to be. Overall, I mean, they are beautiful colors in this palette, and the sleek design is definitely a win for me. I like how small and compact it is, and it just easily fits in your purse, but color payout is really not that impressive. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Comment below, tell me what you guys think. If you guys have this palette and maybe you guys love it, maybe I did something wrong when applying the makeup, share what your thoughts are, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me some love. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.